Crime time this week. This is an emotional one for me. It hits very close to home. It really does. Today's criminal is the media.
The media?
The media, okay? I'm talking about all the album reviewing services. I'm talking about all the talking heads in the music industry that went ahead and they voiced their opinions on Jackman, on the critically acclaimed album, the masterpiece 10 out of 10 album.
Dude, they were flaming that.
I came in last week to the studio. I had listened. But transitioning off of that, and that is your segment of Crime Time. When this album, it really got me interested in Jack Harlow as a rapper. I know he's 25 years old. He's been around here, been around the block for a while. He released his first mixtape, Extra Credit, in 2011. You do the math. He was 13 years old when he made that, you know?
Okay.
So I just, the release of this album, it got me searching through his discography.
Okay.
And, he hasn't gone 3 years without giving us any body of music since he was 13. And some of these albums, especially when he was really young, have some of the worst album covers I have ever seen in my life whatsoever.
From Jack Harlow?
So today's segment, we're going to start off with Jack, get off into some other rappers, and you're going to have to take a look at some of the worst rap albums in rap history. Tell me what you think about them. Are they salvageable? Are they awful? Do they serve a deeper point or whatever? And you're going to have to tell me just your thoughts, maybe rank them. These terrible, notoriously terrible.
Like, am I ranking album covers or albums?
I'm talking about album art, so album covers. Yeah.
Album covers.
Yeah. First, let me go over to my phone, change up some of these settings. Let's get the color.
For those of you at home who don't know, Joe willingly puts his phone on black and white, meaning everything on his phone is black and white.
Yep.
It's a travesty. It really is.
It's a trend. That's what it is.
It's a travesty.
It's gonna.
I don't know why you would willingly do that. Willingly put your phone on black and white.
No.
That is disgusting.
I'm ahead of the game.
It's disgusting.
I'm ahead of the game.
It's
Give it a
gross.
few years.
It's disgusting.
Okay. So first, I'm going to give you the trio of Jack Harlow albums. First, Extra Credit, which was made in 2013.
Okay.
Then I'm going to give you Finally Handsome, which he released as a 16-year-old.
Okay.
And then we're going to give you Come Home the Kids Miss You, which
Come Home the Kids Miss You is not a bad album cover. It's okay.
It says, I think it really fits the album, to be honest, because it really says nothing.
It's okay. It's all right.
It's the most basic.
It's just basic. It's not awful.
Okay, so here's Extra Credit, the mixtape.
Okay.
Mr. Harlow, he was 13 years old. We'll flash up the album covers on screen in the edit.
That's awful.
That's awful.
There's nothing redeemable about that. That's awful.
Okay. Now let's give you Finally Handsome. This is the album art for Finally Handsome.
That's terrible. There's nothing redeemable. No.
For those listening, we have a photo of Jack Harlow, a 16-year-old scrawny Jack Harlow, looking at himself in the mirror, checking himself out.
Yeah, I mean, I could tell that was made by a 16-year-old.
Deep in thought.
Yeah.
And then finally we have the famous Come Home the Kids Miss You.
It's fine.
No description needed. If you had to rank these three, what order would you put them in?
Come Home the Kids, exactly backwards. Come Home the Kids Miss You, and then the middle one, and then the piece of paper last.
So you think this is the worst?
Yeah.
You'd rather have this?
That's just a little goofy. I kind of like the goofiness.
Yeah? You like the personality?
It's a little bit goofy. I like it.
And then what do we think about Nas's Illmatic? Infamously pretty bad album art.
That's not bad.
You don't like it?
I like it.
You like this?
Yeah. What's wrong with it?
You don't like you like the pigeon that's like the size of his body?
That's fine.
It's like terribly Okay.
I think what's worse is I Was. I think it's just called I Am. It's
from Nas?
Yeah. It's awful.
I know people were critical of King's Disease 3 just for being basic and kind of boring.
That's fine. That's ugly.
The color choice isn't great, yeah.
Like, what is that?
Like the faded gold. It doesn't...
Yeah.
You think that's worse than Stillmatic?
Stillmatic is not a bad album cover. What are you talking about?
No, this is notoriously bad. No one likes this album cover.
I think it's fine.
Okay. It's just this was before the days of Photoshop back in the 90s when people had to really make do with tough resources. Okay, we got... Oh, and then I was going to give you the Drake album cover trio. How do we feel about...
Certified Lover Boy.
Lover Boy, Honestly Nevermind, and Her Lost. How would you rank those three?
All garbage.
All of them, really?
They're all garbage.
I think some people like the Her Lost cover.
It's fine.
How would you rank them? 1 to 3.
Her Loss, Certified Lover Boy at second, and then
Honestly, Nevermind.
Honestly Nevermind third. Because he literally just like looked up like this random text. Like it's nothing.
I don't even know how you find that. That's like the ugliest text I've ever seen in my life. Would you say those are the bottom 3 worst designed album covers for Drake?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're kind of in the terrible art era of Drake's career, both musically and
Her Loss was a good
cover.
album. I don't know about musically. Her Loss was good.
I don't think he has is there a weaker 3-year run in Drake's career outside of 2021, 2023? Is there a weaker stretch of time? I don't think so. I think this might be the low point. There's been hits, but
I think he's at his peak.
Popularity wise,
yeah,
but not
musically,
quality wise,
no.
not musically, no.
That would have to be a discussion for another time, where we'd have to actually dive in.
Okay. And then we got the big hitters. I looked up worst album covers ever, and these were the 2 that just kept popping up.
For rap?
For rap, yeah.
Okay.
We have Lucacris, Chicken, and Beer. What do we think about this album cover?
There's a lot going on there. I
busy.
do see chicken and I do see beer.
There's also a lot else going on.
There is a lot else. That's not the worst one I've seen, but it's definitely like sort of like gives me like this trashy feeling.
I hate this album cover. What the heck? It's
I don't
so
know. I
weird.
don't like it. It gives me this like trashy, like gross feeling.
Yeah, it's very busy.
I don't like it.
Very busy.
No.
Sort of the epitome of like 2002 like art. I don't know. It's very bad with post Photoshop or pre Photoshop. For those listening, we have Ludacris sprinkling a little bit of salt on the leg of a woman, as there's a bunch of chicken and beer all around him. A very confusing album cover. Now here we have what the internet has deemed the worst album cover of all time. It is not by any notable big music name. It's by a man by the name Kevo Muney. It's called Baby Goat. Have you seen this album cover?
Maybe.
Okay. Let's get your raw reaction. This is the last one. The worst album cover of all time.
Oh, I've seen that.
What are our thoughts on it?
The worst album cover I've ever seen.
What year do you think it came out?
Like last year.
Yeah, but 2019.
Yeah.
Which surprised me. This feels like something in like the 2000s. Something
Yeah, in like the early 2010s,
yeah,
early
before
2000s,
digital
like
art
late
really
2000s. Yeah.
Yeah, so for those who don't know what Baby Goat is, it's the greatest album of the century. Go give it a listen. Here we have I don't want to describe this honestly for the radio. It's kind of vulgar, not gonna lie, but we have a doctor goat and we have a mother goat, and that mother goat is she's popping out Kevo Money. She's popping out Kevo Money, thus making Kevo Money the baby goat. So that is our segment for today of the worst album covers of all time in rap.